Hey everybody! This is my first time doing a live stream. So let's see. I'm gonna wait for people to come and settle in before I start. Let me see. Is it working? Hey, these stupid technologies. Oh my goodness, hi! There's like a lag. This is super weird. It's like I'm watching myself in the past. Como un freaking Marty McFly. So, okay, hi guys. How's everybody doing? So many of you watching. I don't know why it looks like a little caquita video in like this big caquita, square, rectangle, whatever. I failed geometry, pero so I guess I could get started. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm right now streaming on Facebook and YouTube. I'm like super proud that I was able to figure it out. Even though the video is like super tiny and I wish I could fix it. So maybe next time I'll fix it. But I don't wanna like mess with it porque tú sabes, like, cause I'm looking at my settings. Let me see. And whatever. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so today I'm going to read The Stinky Cheese Man and Other Fairly Stupid Tales by John. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Shaiska. I'm sorry, John, pero and Lane Smith. Okay, that one I could pronounce. Okay. Let's see. So this is one of my favorite books when I was growing up, and it's still my favorite book today. And so I thought, okay, let me since I'm super bored, I thought it would be a good idea to read a book. I don't know. Right? Like, what else are we gonna do during this stupid caquita quarantine? Okay, so here we go. We're gonna get started. So this is what the page looks like. Okay, there's this gallina and this I don't know who he is. Whatever. Okay. I have found a kernel of wheat, said the little red hen. Now who will help me plant this wheat? Where is that lazy dog? Where is that lazy cat? Where is that lazy mouse? It sounds like my abuela when she's looking for me. Wait a minute, hold everything. You can't tell your story right here. This is the end paper. The book hasn't even started yet. Who are you? Will you help me plant my wheat? I'm Jack. I'm the narrator, and no, I can't help you plant the wheat, bro. I'm a very busy guy trying to put a book together. Now, why don't you just disappear for a few pages? And, oh my god, I lost my place. I'll call you when I need you. He said I'll call you when I need you. Pobrecito Jack, he's super annoyed by the little red hen. And then she's like, but who will help me tell my story? Who will help me draw a picture of the wheat? Who will help me spell the wheat? I'm sorry. Listen, hen, forget the wheat, bro. Here comes the title page for The Stinky Cheese Man and Other Fairly Stupid Tales. Turn the page. Let me see. Oh, there's oh my god, there's so many people watching. Hello. Okay, let me not get distracted. Let me keep reading the book. That's what I'm here to do. Okay, so now this page, está de madre. It's upside down. So excuse me. This book is dedicated to our close personal friend. Your name here, JL. Who cares? Okay. I know. The page is upside down. I meant to do that. Whoever looks at that dedication stuff anyhow. Jack really gets me. Porque yo nunca, I don't ever read that, If you really want to read it, you can always stand on your head. Okay, bro, you swear I'm a yoga star. Okay, I'm gonna skip the introduction because, again, who does that? Okay, so the first story is Chicken Licken. Look at Chicken Licken. Pobrecito. Once upon a time, Chicken Licken was standing around when a piece of something fell on her head. She wasn't the brightest thing on two legs, so she started running around in circles clucking, "The sky is falling! The sky is falling! We must tell the president." So, Chicken Licken ran to her friend Ducky Lucky and clucked, Ducky Lucky, Ducky Lucky, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. Baka, we must tell the president. Let's go, quacked Ducky Lucky. I love how Ducky Lucky, like, doesn't even hesitate or, like, doesn't even doubt Chicken Licken. He's like, okay, that's like a true BFF, ride or die. Chicken Licken and Ducky Lucky ran to their friend Goosey Lucy and yelled, Goosey Lucy, Goosey Lucy, the sky is falling. Hey, the sky is... I don't know why they have to say it twice. Like, just say it one time, bro. Like, we must tell the president. Let's go, honked Goosey Lucy. Chicken Licken, Ducky Lucky, and Goosey Lucy ran to their friend Cocky Locky. These nombres are like de madre. And, okay. So they go to Cocky Locky, okay? Cocky Locky, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. We must tell the president, let's go. Damn, like, they're like all ride or die friends. They don't even question the fact that Chicken Licken might be like making it up. Okay, Cocky Locky crows, whatever. Oh, wait a minute, cried Jack the narrator. I forgot the table of contents. I don't know, I gotta give him like a voice. But I'm not really good at accents. I forgot the table of contents. Hey, you're not in this story, said Chicken Licken. I know, said Jack the narrator, but I came to warn you. The table of contents is, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. Clucked Chicken Licken. We must tell the president. I bought a president. Okay, get over it. So Chicken Licken, Ducky Lucky, Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Locky ignored Jack the narrator. Rude. And ran off to catch a plane to Washington. Just like that. Like, I guess they got cheap tickets on Hotwire, que sé yo. And so they ran to the airport and they met Foxy Loxy. Foxy Loxy, Foxy Loxy, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. Oh. We must tell the president, yelled Chicken Licken, Ducky Lucky, Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Locky. Well, come with me, said Foxy Loxy. She has like more sass, you know, she's like, come with me. I know the shortcut to the airport. This is super shady. So, okay, she knows a shortcut to the airport. Foxy Loxy led Chicken Licken, Ducky Lucky, Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Locky to his cave. Okay. And he didn't get to eat them, though, because Chicken Licken was almost right. The sky wasn't falling. So this is them being stupid. The table of contents was... It fell and squashed everybody. The end. Poor things. Oh well, too bad. Okay. The next story is The Princess and the Bowling Ball. I miss bowling. Too bad it's full of germs. Once upon a time, there was a prince. And this prince's dad and mom, the king and queen, somehow got it into their royal heads that no princess would be good enough for their boy unless she could feel a pee through 100 mattresses. Who came up with this? Like, these people have nothing better to do with their lives. Like, forget the fact that she should just be a decent human being. No. She has to feel a stupid pee. Anyway, sorry. I just got really upset. Okay. So it should come as no surprise that the prince had a very hard time finding no, hello, duh. Like, who's gonna feel un freaking piti pois underneath? First of all, okay, I'm gonna stop. Okay. So whatever, the prince had a really hard time, finding a princess. Every time he met a nice girl, his mom and dad would pile 100 mattresses on top of a pea and then invite her to sleep over. Girl, bye. Like, why? Like, why waste your time? Just be single. Who cares? He's not worth it. Like, this is serious mamitis. When the princess came down for breakfast, the queen would ask, "How did you sleep, dear?" The princess would politely say, "Fine, thank you." And the king would show her to the door. Like, oh my god. Oh, it's okay. And this went on for 3 years. Okay, first of all, if I was the prince, I would have been like, peace out. Like, bye, royal family. This is a little much. And of course, nobody felt the pee under the 100 mattresses. Then one day, the prince met the girl of his dreams. He decided he better do something about it. Okay, so it took you 3 years to figure this out. Anyway, that night, before the princess went to bed, the prince slipped his bowling ball under the 100 mattresses. When the princess came downstairs for breakfast the next morning, the queen asked, "How did you sleep, dear?" "This might sound odd," said the princess, "but I think you need another mattress. Like maybe a Casper? I don't know. I felt like I was sleeping on a lump as big as a bowling ball." The king and queen were satisfied. The prince and princess were married, and everybody lived happily ever after, though maybe not completely honestly ever after. The end. First of all, did these princesses not ask why they were sleeping on 100 mattresses? Was that normal back then? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay. One day I'm going to write my own fairy tale. I think it's completely doable to write a fairy tale because these are insane. Okay, the next one is the really ugly duckling. Once upon a time, there was a mother duck and a father duck who had 7 baby ducklings. 6 of them were regular looking ducklings. This is so problematic. The 7th was a really ugly duckling. Everybody used to say, "What a nice looking bunch of ducklings," except that one. Boy, he's really ugly. The really ugly duckling heard these people, but he didn't care. He knew that one day he would probably grow up to be a swan and be bigger and better than anything in the pond. Go you. Well, as it turned out, he was just a really ugly duckling, and he grew up to be just a really ugly duckling. The end. Okay. The next story is what is it? The Other Frog Prince. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a frog, ribbit a ribbit. One day, when he was sitting on his lily pad, he saw a beautiful princess sitting by the pond. Because that's what princesses do. They just sit around, sin zapatos outside, singing to themselves. He hopped in the water, swam over to her, and poked his head out of the weeds like a freaking creeper. "Pardon me, oh beautiful princess," he said in the most... Okay, let me do that again because he's supposed to be sad. Acting. "Pardon me, oh beautiful princess," he said in the most sad and pathetic voice. "I wonder if you could help me." The princess was about to jump up and run, but she felt sorry for the frog with a sad and pathetic voice. If this was my mom, she would have died and thrown salt on it. She's like super deathly afraid of frogs. Hi, Mom. So she asked, "What can I do to help you, little frog?" "Well," said the frog. "Well," said the frog, "I'm not really a frog, but a handsome prince who was turned into a frog by a wicked witch's spell. And the spell can only be broken by the kiss of a beautiful princess." The princess thought about this for a second. She's like, hold on. I'm super desperate and I've been single for like 10 years. Y no entiendo Tinder, so this might be it for me, bro. And so the frog goes, "I was just kidding." Hold on. Oh no, I skipped the story. I'm the worst. That's why I don't work at the library. Okay, so she thought about it for a second, right? And then she lifted the frog from the pond and kissed them. She's like, "Mwah." "I was just kidding," said the frog. He jumped back into the pond and the princess wiped the frog slime off her lips. The end. This sounds like most guys that I've dealt with, like, in school. They pretend to be someone they're not, and then you date them, and then you're like, no, bro, bye. Okay, Little Red Running Shorts. "Okay, I've got things running smoothly now," said Jack the narrator, "and this next story is even better than the last 3. See, it's about where did girl come from? I'm skipping things. So it's about the girl who runs very fast and always wears red running shorts. That's where her name comes from, get it?" Jack isn't funny. So anyway, this girl is running to her granny's house when she meets a wolf. Oh my god. He tricks her into taking the long way while he takes the shortcut. Now this is the good part because Red runs so fast that she beats the wolf to Granny's house. He knocks on the door and Red answers it, and guess what she says? My, what slow feet you have. And that's it. The end. Is that a great story or what? So sit back, relax, and enjoy Little Red Riding Shorts. You just told the whole story, says Little Red Riding Shorts. We're not going to tell it again. You can't say that, says Jack. You have to start with Once Upon a Time. No way, says the wolf. You blew it. But you guys are next. Look at the title at the top of the page. It says Little Red Riding Shorts. That's you. Let's go, wolf. We're out of here. Wait, you can't do this. Your story is supposed to be 3 pages long. What do I do when we turn the page? Jack is ruining everything. Okay, so there's nothing on the page. That's what happens when you turn the page. Yakita freaking Little Red Hen being annoying again. I planted the wheat. I watered the wheat. I harvested the wheat. Now, do I get to tell my... Esta tipa, like, obsessed with wheat, bro. Like, okay, I get it. So she's like, now do I get to tell my story? Said the Little Red Hen. Say, what's going on here? Why is that page blank? Is that my page? Where is that lazy dog? Where is that lazy cat? Where is that lazy mouse? How do they expect me to tell the whole story by myself? Where is that lazy narrator? Where is that lazy illustrator? Where is that lazy... Oh my god, girl, please. She's like stressing me out, bro. Like, chill. She's calling everybody lazy. Okay, so now it goes to the story. We're ignoring Little Red Hen porque ella bien pesada. And we're gonna go to Jack's bean problem. It sounds like me when I eat frijoles. It's okay. Forget that, hen. Now it's time for the best story in the whole book. My story. Because once upon a time, I traded our last cow for 3 magic beans and... Hey, Giant, what are you doing down here? You're wrecking my whole story. I don't like that story, said the Giant. I lost my place. Oh, here we go. You always trick me. That's the best part, says Jack. Fee, fi, fum, fory. I have made my own story. Great rhyme, Giant. And I'm sure your story is just as good, but there's no room for it. So why don't you climb back up the beanstalk? I'll be back in a few minutes to steal your gold and your singing harp. I'll grind your bones to make my bread. I knew you'd understand, and there's another little thing that's been bugging me. Could you please stop talking in uppercase letters? It really messes up the page. I will read my story now, said the Giant. And he did. Okay, so this is the Giant's story. The end of The Evil Stepmother said, I'll huff and snuff and give you 3 wishes. The beast changed into 7 dwarfs, happily ever after, for a spell has been cast by a wicked witch once upon a time. That's your story? Said Jack. You've got to be kidding. That's not a very stupid tale. That's an incredibly stupid tale. That's an unbelievably a stupid tale. That is the most stupid tale that I ever... The Giant grabbed Jack and dragged him to the next page. I don't know what's going on here, but this is super chaotic. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a giant. The Giant squeezed Jack and said, Tell me a better story, or I will grind your bones to make my bread. And when your story is finished, I will grind your bones to make my bread anyway. Ho, ho, ho! Okay, I didn't know that the Giant was Santa Claus. The Giant laughed an ugly laugh. Jack thought, he'll kill me if I do. He'll kill me if I don't. There's only one way to get out of this. Jack cleared his throat and then began his story. Once upon a time there was a giant. The giant squeezed Jack and said, "Tell me a better story, I will grind your bones to make my bread. And when your story is finished, I will grind your bones to make my bread anyway. Ho, ho, ho." The giant laughed an ugly laugh. Jack thought, "He'll kill me if I do. He'll kill me if I don't. There's only one way to get out of this." Jack cleared his throat and then began his story. Once upon a time there was a giant. The giant squeezed Jack and said, "Tell me a better story, or I will grind your bones to make my bread. And when your story is finished, I will grind your bones to make my bread anyway. Ho, ho, ho." The giant laughed an ugly laugh. Jack thought, "He'll kill me if I don't. He'll kill me if I do. There's only one way to get out of this." Jack cleared his throat and then began his story. Okay, I'm not gonna read these little words, but it keeps going on repeat. Okay, the next story is Cinderrumpelstiltskin, or the girl who really blew it. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful girl named Cinderella who lived with her wicked stepmother and two ugly stepsisters. These step relatives were not only wicked and ugly, they also made Cinderella clean the house every day. It sounds like my life, Mom. One day, the local prince sounds super weird. He announced that he was holding a fabulous ball at his castle and everyone was invited. The stepmother and stepsisters got all dressed up to go, but as usual, they made Cinderella clean the house, so she didn't have time to get ready. You know, it takes like 3 hours, bro. After the stepmother and stepsisters left for the ball, Cinderella sat down and began to cry. Pobrecita. She's like, "Oh, I want to go dancing." Just then, a little man appeared. "Please don't cry," he said. I can help you spin straw into gold." "I don't think that will do me much good," said Cinderella. "I need a fancy dress, glass slippers, and a coach." And a coach purse? I don't know. "Would you like to try to guess my name?" said the clever little man. Cinderella looked at him and she's like, "No, not really." I could imagine this scenario like, "Can you please leave? I need to cry." So she's like, "No, not really." "Come on, don't you think it's like Chester?" "If I don't have a dress, it doesn't really matter." "Oh, just guess my name, any name." How annoying. I'm not supposed to talk to strangers," said Cinderella. Then she closed the door and left the little man standing outside screaming. Okay, please call the cops. This isn't normal. Anyway, so he's outside screaming like a lunatic. And he starts screaming, "Rumpelstiltskin, Rumpelstiltskin, Rumpelstiltskin." What a name, but I'm pretty sure there's a Cuban somewhere named Rumpelstiltskin. When the stepmother and stepsisters got home from the ball, Cinderella told them about the strange little man. They still made her clean the house. And meaner still, they changed her name to Cinderrumpelstiltskin. The end. Okay, I guess if you want to see a photo. Okay, the next story is the tortoise and the hare. But like hair as in pelo hair. Once upon a time, there was a tortoise who was very slow but very dependable. He would always get where he set out to go. It just took him longer than most people. One day, Rabbit saw Tortoise walking slowly but surely down the road and said, "Tortoise, you are so slow. I could probably grow hair faster than you run." "Oh, yeah?" said the tortoise slowly. "Yeah," said the rabbit. So they decided to race. I'm pretty sure this took place in Miami because Miami's full of speed racer wannabes, please. Okay, so they decided to race. On the day of the big race, Tortoise and Rabbit lined up at the starting line. Owl, all of a sudden there's an owl. He goes, "On your mark, get set, grow!" So Tortoise started to run and the rabbit started to grow his hair. I really hope that nobody showed up for this stupid race. Tortoise ran, Rabbit grew his hair. 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 Tortoise is still running. Rabbit is still growing his hair. Not the end. Okay, that was the end. Okay, so now we're at the Stinky Cheese Man. Once upon a time, there was a little old woman and a little old man who lived together in a little old house. They were lonely, so the little old lady decided to make a man out of stinky cheese. Good idea, lady. She gave him a piece of bacon for a mouth and 2 olives for eyes and put him in the oven to cook. Wouldn't have, like, the cheese would have melted, no? Whatever. When she opened the oven to see if he was done, the smell knocked her back like, ay, foque peste, what is that terrible smell? She cried. The Stinky Cheese Man hopped out of the oven and ran out the door calling, run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the Stinky Cheese Man. The little old lady and the little old man sniffed the air. I'm not really very hungry, said the little old man. I'm not really all that lonely, said the little old lady. So they didn't chase the Stinky Cheese Man. The Stinky Cheese Man ran and ran until he met a cow eating grass in a field. Wow! What's that awful smell, said the cow. This is a pobre Stinky Cheese Man, like, running around naked, smelling like caca. The Stinky Cheese Man said, I've run away from a little old lady and a little old man, and I can run away from you too. I can. Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the Stinky Cheese Man. The cow gave another sniff and said, I'll bet you could give someone 2 or 3 stomach aches. I think I'll just eat weeds. Why would a cow eat cheese? Like, cheese comes from milk, and milk comes from there. Okay. So whatever. The cow's like, no, thank you, and he starts eating weeds. So the cow didn't chase the Stinky Cheese Man either. The Stinky Cheese Man ran and ran until he met some kids playing outside school. Gross, said a little girl. What's that nasty smell? I've run away from a little old lady and a little old man and a cow, and I can run away from you too. I can. Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the Stinky Cheese Man, bro. And so a little boy looked up, sniffed the air, and said, if we catch him, our teacher will probably make us eat him. Let's get out of here. Okay, you have like a really mean teacher. So the kids didn't chase the Stinky Cheese Man either. I don't know why the Stinky Cheese Man is running around looking for problems. He's like trying everybody. He's like, come try me, bro. And no one cares. They're like, bye. Okay, by and by, the Stinky Cheese Man came to a river with no bridge. How will I ever cross this river? It's too big to jump, and if I try to swim across, I'll probably fall. I'll probably fall apart, said you-know-who. Just then, the sly fox, who shows up in a lot of stories like these, pobrecito foxes, like they're so cute, and they're always depicted as like cacas. So whatever, the fox, he poked his head out of the bushes. Why? Just hop on my back and I'll carry you across, Stinky Cheese Man. How do I know you won't eat me? Trust me, said the fox. So the Stinky Cheese Man hopped on the fox's back. The fox swam to the middle of the river and said, oh man, what's that funky smell? The fox coughed, gagged, and sneezed, achoo, achoo. And the Stinky Cheese Man flew off his back and into the river, where he fell apart. The end. So over here we see the giant, and he's sleeping. He's in Mimi land. Shh, be very quiet. I moved the end paper up here so the giant would think the book is over. The big lug is finally asleep. Now I can sneak out of here. Just turn the page very quietly, and that will be the... I found the wheat! I planted the wheat! I grew the wheat! I harvested the wheat! I grounded the wheat! I made the dough! I baked the bread! Said the little red hen. Super annoying. And did anyone help me? Did anyone save space for my story? So now, said the little red hen, who thinks they're going to help me eat the bread? Bread, said the giant. Eat, said the giant. Whoops. So he woke up because he was hungry. The end. Oh, and then there's the back over here, and she's still being stupid. She's like, what is this doing here? This is ugly. Who is the ISBN guy? Who will buy this book anyway? Over 50 pages of nonsense, and I'm only 3 of them. I'm only in 3 of them. Blah, 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 blah. Yay! That was a lot of fun. I'm glad that you all tuned in. I haven't been able to read any of the comments because I was really busy reading this book to all of you. I'm sorry I spit. So thank you again for joining me. And if you have any other suggestions on what you want Laritza to read, let me know in the comments below. And happy time at home, everybody. I love you all. Okay. I gotta go because my mom's gonna kill me. I'm supposed to be cleaning my room and she's... Okay. Okay, bye.